That's sunlight. So we're kicking off the new year pretty solid with a really big job for my buddy Shade Tree Surgeon. If you don't know who Shade Tree Surgeon is, he's also a fellow YouTuber who makes amazing motorcycle content, super funny stuff. One of my favorite human beings on the planet, so you should definitely check him out. We're doing another big merch order for him, and every time he makes one of these, I'm stoked because there's always multiple designs. Everything is somewhat technical and challenging, and this one is no different. I believe everything in this one is 5 or 6 colors with multiple print locations, and I think there's 6 or 7 designs throughout this whole thing. So I'm gonna be going pretty hard for the next week. And this job is a perfect opportunity to make some cool and helpful content for you guys. But before I do that, I need to warm up a little bit. I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. So today we're just doing a good old-fashioned shop vlog. I got a 5 or 6 color design. I probably should have counted before I started talking, but we got a multicolor design. It's a really, really cool one, and we're gonna knock that out today. I also just got this thing and I really wanna try it out. Everybody thinks I've been filming on a gimbal this entire time, but I shoot 90% handheld unless it's sitting on a tripod. So we'll pepper in a few shots with this bad boy today, and this could get interesting. What we're printing today is so sick. This 6-color badassness right here is done by a guy named Donnie Conrad, who I've actually printed some of his artwork on this channel for Shade Tree before. If you click this little thing right here, I put a video together with another 6-color print showing you guys how to register colors together a little bit easier. This one consists of 5 custom mixed colors that I already did off camera because that takes forever. And I spent probably the better part of an evening messing around with that, trying to find just the right Pantone shades that I wanted to use for this thing versus what was shown on the screen. I wanted just a little bit more vibrancy out of this stuff, and I think I got it. So we got all those, and then we got black, of course, to tie it all in. So including what I just did, this job in total is 35 damn screens that I had to reclaim, degrease, coat, expose, all that fun stuff that us printers love to do. So the shirt we're using for this one is the Gildan G570, and I know Gildan is not known as being the pinnacle of quality, but they have a couple gems in their stable, and I'm talking like 3 or 4, and this is definitely one of them. A lot of the higher end baseball tees or raglans I've found are very thin and kind of flimsy feeling, so it really depends on who your client is and who their audience is that they're selling to. If you've got like a fitness brand or something like that, then the higher end stuff, that's definitely what they're gonna want. But in this case, when you've got a client whose audience is a bunch of people who like to ride motorcycles, drink beer, and fucking party, then this heavier material is definitely gonna be the way to go. Alright, I'm set up and ready to go. That was a little bit painful, to be honest. Registration was a breeze. It wasn't registration at all. It's the fact that I've been printing hoodies on this press for weeks now, so every single station on this thing, the off contact was jacked up to the freaking moon, so getting that all set up and back down to t-shirt level took a while for 6 colors. Just because I'm a perfectionist and I go down there and like make sure everything's exactly where it should be, make sure all the screens are perfectly level, and just I kind of go the extra mile with that stuff when I probably shouldn't, but yeah, I am who I am. Anyways, we're printing all 6 of these things wet on wet, which is gonna be so nice not having that cooking hot flash next to me for the next few hours. And I've kind of set up my print order a little bit different. Normally I'd set it up light to dark as you should, but I actually stuck a darker color in there at number 2 because this color kind of frames out a good chunk of the design, not the entire design. That's what the black does. It literally frames out the whole thing. But with this one here at number 2, I'll be able to see if any of the colors are kind of shifting or losing registration throughout the run without getting all the way to the end, printing all 6 colors, and then noticing, hey, this color is way out. Shit. That's my theory anyways. I've done this on a couple other jobs and it's worked out awesome, so we're gonna do it again today. Well, let's get to work. I can't wait for you guys to see this thing because the test prints looked incredible. about 12 shirts in and had to turn the flash on. It's gonna get 20 degrees hotter in here in the next 10 minutes, and I'm real happy about that. In most of this design, none of the light and dark colors really touch each other except for when the black traps everything in together at the end. But there's one spot right here where the cream color and the dark red color, they touch each other in the text, and that edge was getting just a little bit soft to me, so I actually pulled out the macro lens and put it on the camera and got real tight in on that, and you can actually see there's a little bit of bleed going on, and it's kind of just making that edge look a little bit hazy, a little bit gross. Like from this range right here, I could barely see it, and most people would never see it at all and would continue on printing, but I'm not normal, clearly, and I don't know how I spotted that, and I'm glad I took the time to pull out the macro lens. I'm glad I have a macro lens just to do that up close inspection. So now I'm gonna add a flash, 3 colors into this thing, so I'm gonna do the first 3, flash it, do the final 3, and that should be problem solved. I just thought of something real quick that you guys can try. So whenever I'm doing a design like this where there's a high detail black kind of tying everything in together, I always run a triple durometer squeegee rubber as opposed to a single, because black inks are usually a lot thinner than all the other colors. So with a 70 durometer, 60, whatever you're using, they actually will flex a lot more, and you end up laying down more ink and kind of blowing out a little bit, and it kind of just loses a little bit of that detail. Whereas with a triple durometer, it's very stiff. You can keep it on the sharp edge of the squeegee and lay down just what you need, and the lines stay nice and crispy. This is supposed to be a vlog, not a tutorial. Back to work. I don't even have words for this one. This turned out so sick. Let's check it out. That is a good looking shirt. Man, I'm so hyped on this thing, it is ridiculous. Really happy that I put it on those red sleeve raglans. Originally, this was just gonna be a regular t-shirt, and I kind of nudged Shade Tree in the direction of doing something a little bit different that would suit the design a little bit better. So plan A was actually to go with some ringer tees, which would have been really cool, but trying to get stock in the industry right now for a lot of things is next to impossible, so I had to come up with a plan B. So plan B was to put it on a raglan. At first it was gonna be a black sleeve raglan, but then I kind of searched around and I saw the red sleeved one, and I was like, this could be really cool. So I actually mocked it up and sent it over to him, and he signed off on it, said, yeah, let's do this. So that's why I changed the color palette all around and made everything a little bit more vibrant, because I wanted that bright red to match the red on the raglan, and man, it is perfect. That whole palette now is just super vibrant and pops and just, oh, it gets you. Can you tell how psyched I am right now? I love my job. What can I say? And of course, I couldn't have done any of this without the artwork. This design is just so killer. Donnie killed it on this thing. Actually, you should check him out. I'm gonna put his Instagram right here. He does all kinds of amazing stuff like this. I gotta get him to do something for us. I got a couple ideas rolling around in my head, but I'm not settled on anything yet, but Donnie, we're coming for you. But man, this was a solid way to kick off the new year and a solid way to get this little warm up I needed. So we're gonna definitely make some more videos throughout the process of this job. Like I said, there's like 6 or 7 designs here that I've got to do yet. And I'm gonna probably do a couple tutorials in there, maybe even a product review. I'm not sure. I gotta figure out my whole schedule with this thing, but definitely knocking out some more content with this job before it's over, and I'm ready for it now. Please slap the living shit out of that thumbs up button for me and elevate my stoke level even more than it already is. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you again in the next one. You know the drill.